Hello, Keyforgers. It's Brobnar89 back with another groundbreaking discovery. Let's check it out today. Starting off with Untamed Dinos and more Logos. Gotta love that Logos. Ooh! The Bear of Risathenia. I like bears. Being a bear myself, member of the ancient Bear Republic, I like me some bear decks. Maybe this will have an old Patty in it. If you don't know the ancient Bear Republic, we are a team out of California, and there is a league you can join, a team league you can join. But don't worry, you don't need a team. You will be assigned a team. It's very fun. You should check it out in the ABR Discord. Starting off with Knowledge is Power, another great Keyforge team. Knowledge is Power is an action. Choose one, archive a card, or gain one for each card in your archives. Let's see if we have a lot of archiving support in here that's going to help make that even better. Ooh, Archon's Callback, Omega, play, draw 5 cards. Excellent. Data Forge, you may forge a key at plus 10, current cost reduced by 1 for each amber, by 1 amber for each card in your hand. Very cool. Amber pip on it too. Forgive or Forget, archive 2 cards of different types from your discard pile, or purge up to 2 cards from each discard pile. Very cool. Armor Drone, 1 power, 3 armor, fight, steal 1. Australis Seaborg, reap, deal 2 damage to creature. If this damage destroys that creature, raise the tide. A second one of those. Edai 4x4, play, archive a card. Your opponent's keys cost +1 for each card in your archives. Old Egad, destroyed, ward each of Old Egad's neighbors. PI Sweven, reap, if the tide is high, draw 3 cards. Whoopsies. Static Charge, this creature gains at the start of your turn, deal 2 damage to each of this creature's neighbors. Theory or Conjecture is an action. Play, choose one, archive the top 2 cards of your deck, or play the top card of your deck. All right. So, interesting. There's a decent amount of archiving here. So, Knowledge is Power could go off for a pretty good amount. Looks like 5, maximum of 5 cards in the archive off of 1 cycle here. So, that could be pretty good. Archon's Callback is really strong card, really good in the beginning. I don't know if we have all the tools we need for Data Forge here. We've got, like I said, about 5 cards that do archiving. We do have Archon's Callback, which might work. And PI Sweven. So like if you do, PI Sweven and then end the turn with Archon's Callback, and then your next turn you have Data Forge ready to go and you reap. That could be pretty good. So there's some potential there. We'll see if that will work out. Little bit of tide control here. The Seaborgs are good for tide control, but they're slow. But it's good that it's repeatable. Not a lot of tide dependency though, so that's fine. Let's see what we've got going on here. Ooh. I don't think this might be the second Raptor deck I've opened. This is Hastasis Raptor. 5 power, 1 armor. Before fight, you may exalt Hastasis Raptor. If you do deal 1 damage to the creature Hastasis Raptor fights for each amber on friendly Hastasis Raptors. So basically it gives it assault for each amber on these guys. Definitely better if you can capture amber as opposed to exalting. There should be a few of these at least. So we've got 2. I think there's a minimum of 3. And I think like a maximum of 7 or something like that. All right, we've got 4, 5. Okay, 5. 5 is a lot. I haven't really played around with these too much. I've heard some not super great things. It's interesting. We'll see how the deck supports it. High Priestess Torvus. Say 4 power 1 armor creature. You may exalt High Priestess Torbus. If you do, after you resolve your next action card this turn, return it to your hand instead of placing it in your discard pile. We'll see if we have anything that goes well there. Okay. Now this could be pretty strong with the Raptors. Berry Riches. Play if the tide is high. Move 1 amber from each creature to its controller's pool. Otherwise, raise the tide. Obviously, yeah, that could be pretty good. We'll take a look at the end here. Ooh, City, State, Interstate. Each friendly creature captures 1. Nice. Magister Vita, 5 power. Play/reap. You may exalt a friendly non-Saurian creature. If you do, reap with it. Reach advantage. If the tide is high, a friendly creature captures 3. Otherwise, raise the tide. Venator Altum, 7 power, 2 armor. If Venator Altum is dealt damage, if the tide is low, exalt Venator Altum, a second one of those. Okay, so this is really interesting. I think there's some neat potential here, right? So we've got our 5 Raptors. We'll put them in the background here. There they are, just hanging out. Just hanging out, being Raptors. So if we look at the rest of this, okay, so we've got City, State, Interstate, and Berry Riches. That is a power combo right there, right? You capture, with a lot of creatures like we seem to see here, potentially all of your opponent's amber, and then just move it right into your pool. That is beautiful. Together with High Priestess, you can Berry Riches twice in a row. So if there's additional amber on your creatures, you can get it all again. Reach advantage is a good way to get amber onto your Raptors, and also the Raptors, like, they can exalt themselves when they fight, right? So you can take out all the creatures that your opponent has with Raptors without them dying. You can take out all your opponent's creatures with amber on them, and then you go into the Berry Riches after that. So that could be really, really strong. Way to get a huge burst going on and control your opponent's board. Again, reach advantage, really good way to put amber onto one of these. Amber that's on one of them counts as assault for all of them. So yeah, that's really strong. And then 2 Venator Altums, also going to be exalting, also going to go really well with Berry Riches. You're going to need to time Berry Riches very well for this deck to work well. But fortunately, we do have a number of archiving mechanics over in Logos. Also, Archon's Callback will help you to get that big hand, big dino hand going, so you can make a big play there. And Forgive or Forget gives you the opportunity to play Berry Riches twice in a cycle through the deck. So that's pretty good. All right, let's see what Untamed has for us. Pariah Monkeys, 2 power, play/reap. Deal 2 damage to each other creature. Hey, there he is, Old Patty. There's the bear. Okay, this deck is looking cool. 5 power, reap. Discard the bottom card of your deck, or the bottom 3 cards instead if the tide is high. Play each creature discarded in this way 1 at a time. That could be pretty neat for your Raptors. Just get them out on the board, and yeah. Ready? Ritual of the Balance. If your opponent has 6 or more, steal 1. Thin the Herd. Shuffle the 4 least powerful creatures into their owner's decks. Chelonia. Elusive. 2 power. After you play another creature, if the tide is high, gain 1. Key Frog. 2 power. Destroyed. Forge a key at current cost. Excellent. Mollymok, 5 power, play, destroy an artifact. Very good. Mookling, your opponent's keys cost +X, where X is Mookling's power. Persistence hunting, got an amber pip. Choose a house, exhaust each enemy creature of the chosen house. Way of the Pixie, this creature gains reap, gain 1. Witch of the Dawn, return a creature from your discard pile to your hand. That is super strong with Key Frog and with Mookling. That is awesome. A second Witch of the Dawn. Ooh, this is very cool. Okay, cool. I like the look of this deck. I'm a little concerned about amber control, but I do think there's some really neat potential here. Yeah, this is very cool. All right, let's start by looking at amber control, because that is the big concern. I think there is none in... Well, we have the Mookling, but no power boosting for Mookling. So it's just going to be a stall, but that's fine. Or make your opponent pay 8. Ritual of the Balance, of course, also there. Really solid. Okay, our Raptors, Altum. Okay, reach advantage. So that's 3 cards that do Amber Control. City State. 4 cards that do Amber Control. We can almost count Berry Riches because it's together with City State. That makes City State into a steal instead of a capture. 4/5 with the Edai. Okay, so yeah, not a ton of Amber Control, a little bit of cost control. So that'll be a stall, and then the big play of City State with Berry Riches, which you're gonna have to lean into that and set that up. But yeah, that is okay. We do have some neat potential here for some cool burst going on in Untamed. Unfortunately, no way to kill the Key Frog on the same turn. Oh no, Pariah Monkeys. Yeah, Pariah Monkeys would do it. So if you can get up to your key cost, you can hit the Key Frog with Pariah Monkeys and Forge on your same turn. Bring back the Key Frog with Witch of the Dawn. That's pretty awesome. Bring back Mookling with Witch of the Dawn and increase your opponent's key cost. Mollymawk is always really good to see. Let's count the creatures in Untamed for Chelonia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Old Patty has the potential to play an additional 3 creatures. So some really big Chelonia potential in this deck. That's pretty awesome. Let's count pips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yikes. Very few pips in this deck. Very, very few pips. But we do have some burst potential, I was saying, through Chelonia and through the Berry Riches in here. There's a couple of ways to make that really big. So yeah, that could be pretty good. You are going to need your dinos to stick around for a few turns to make that to pull that off. But I think there's some pretty neat potential there. If we're looking at board control, I think Persistence Hunting slows them down. Thin the Herd 2. Pariah Monkeys 3. I don't know how to count the Raptors. 4. 5, 6, I guess, for the Seaborg. And then, I don't know, what do you count them each as 1? There's definitely some big potential for managing your opponent's board with the Raptors there. So, yeah, that could be pretty cool. Yeah, this looks like a very fun deck. It definitely is lacking some tide control. We need the tide for Chelonia. For Old Patty, it would be nice. I don't know what else we need the tide for. Reach advantage, but it also manages the tide. We do have the 2 Seaborgs, but like I said, they're a little bit slow. Yeah, this looks like a pretty fun deck. I definitely have not seen a Raptor deck that really impressed me yet. This looks like, I don't think it's going to be top tier, but I think Berry Riches is a really neat space to explore together with the Raptors there. So I've been Brobnar89, and this is another groundbreaking discovery on Cull the Weak. I will see you next time.